Hi everyone. Okay, now today I'm going to finish off an illustration that I am doing for the NFT that I'm going to create for the Dead by 13 characters that I'm doing in the trading cards. So this is a new character. He is going to be one of the Nightmare Fuels, just kind of a different type of foot soldier, I think. So I've started on this guy here in Procreate. And I'm going to finish him off there now. So hopefully this format works well. Okay, so the brush I use in Procreate mainly is syrup. I don't really go too far from that. Depends if I want to use some different kind of shading or something to that effect. But no, I really like syrup. I think it's just got a nice feel to it, and it flows really well. And get nice thick lines like this, and I don't see the need of using too many brushes, because one, you forget about which brush you use, and two, you might just dilute your style maybe, but when you find one that you're comfortable with, I think just keep with it for a while. Syrup would definitely be one that I'm more comfortable with. Now, normally what I do is either have a sketch underneath when I'm illustrating here, but in this case I only add a small reference sketch, and I just did it mainly freehand. So what I'm doing now is I'm just kind of cleaning up some of the rough lines that I originally put in, like that. And just making it a little bit more neater where possible. Like that. Okay, I've been using Procreate now for about a year and a half, I'd say, in total. I think it's one of the best apps I've ever used for drawing, anyway, for illustrating. I don't use Photoshop as much, if at all, really, to be quite honest with you. I use Photoshop if I want to bring in certain vector elements or something like that on top of it, or on top of an illustration, or do something I just couldn't do within Procreate. But they've made it in such a way now that it's got a lot of features that Photoshop has, so big plus. And for such a cheap app as well, it's fantastic. iPad Pro I'm using, and definitely probably one of my most favorite pieces of technology ever. It is super, and this is a couple of years old now, and it's still performing really well, really fast. There's no lag, which is, I think that was my stopping point with most of any of the illustration tablets, or any of the tablets that I saw that were showcasing illustration or drawing applications. They always had a little lag to them. I was like, I don't really want to get that, like say the Galaxy or something like that. I never saw, or any ones I used, they always seem to have a little bit of lag, but the iPad Pro was just phenomenal straight off the bat. And really liked it. There's a new one I saw, I think it's called Sketchbook or something like that, or it's basically trying to make your digital tablet look like paper. And the showcase video just had so much lag in it. I was like, my god, this is the showcase video, and it's showing visible lag in placement, things like that. It was crazy that was actually shown within an advert. So I'm just adding in some details here now to the character. Everybody hates drawing hands, I think. Absolutely hate it. But look, it's all trial and error. Sometimes I'm going to just exaggerate this guy's elbow a bit more. Like that. It just doesn't look natural there with the arms, so I'm going to see if I can make him a little bit more bulkier, perhaps. Slightly. I'm going to get rid of that wristband for a second. Or the armband, should I say. Yeah, what the... that's not too bad. The great thing about Procreate as well is, and this is probably one of the best tools, is the liquify tool. Make a mistake and you just want to bring it in a smidge. You just do that and it keeps it nice and neat. I think it's even better than Photoshop, the liquify tool. Okay. So this guy here is throwing away a magazine clip after shooting off a couple of rounds. So I'm just gonna show some bits of dirt coming off in there like that. I'm not quite happy with this left arm in general here, so it just looks wrong. So I'm going to, he's going to have a couple of bracelets on, and I'm going to get the select tool. Sorry, the select tool. I just need to make this a lot longer. Zoom out a bit. I'm just going to move that out. Perfect. I think it needs a little bit more thickness on the arm now that we've got thicker arms. So we'll just go like that. Okay. And go back. Now I'm going to go into the vest area here. Let's clean up the helmet a little bit more. Now I don't know whether to keep the facial expression blank or to put in teeth. So if I was doing teeth, it'd be something simple like that. Or maybe this guy could be just like this, or could do something different with him. It could be a mute, kind of like Mute from Rainbow Six Siege. So just putting a little plaster on him there. Yeah, I think that works. Let's just change it a little bit here. Not too worried about being extremely neat on edges. It's kind of rough and ready style anyway that I use at times. So let's get that there. Yeah. Okay, so we are looking very good, I think. I don't think I need much more on the basic stuff. So now I'm going to get in and put a bit of detail on the gun. So he's just jammed out he's just threw out a clip. So I want to show inside there of the magazine area. This area here is going to be kind of like a little bit raised up like that. Need to get the gun area like that. Then I'm going to put a little bit of an air hole here for keep the barrel cool. It's kind of like a muzzle brake or something like that. So I'll just make it into a more of a muzzle brake look. Okay. Zoom out. Now, this isn't based too much off any specific gun. I'm just making up guns kind of within this universe, as well as I'm kind of using real world guns, but also kit guns, you know, guns made out of scraps and stuff like that. So this this gun is going to be like an AK-47, but going to have certain modifications to it and things like that. We're going to have like a lot of bandages, and it's going to like look like it's going to be held together almost. So I'm going to put a couple of ropes around that there. I'm going to do a main rope from the actual stock. Or sorry, not a main rope, but a main, something like that. So it's kind of like showing, what am I saying? A strap. Couldn't think of a word there. So I'm going to bring down that and make it look like it's actually supposed to be tied to the side of it, and then just a little bit of that there, make it look like it's a strap. So just a black strap, barrel, then just add in some flex and things like that. Now we want to put in I'm going to put in another line here, actually, sorry. So this line is going to traverse all the way across to here. And actually, I'm not happy with that. I'm just going to make it a little bit lower. So have it go across to there, come down. And then we need to have our ejector area for the bullet, for the casing, should I say. So I suppose that should be a little bit more in line with the, well, actually no, because it's covered up by those. Let me start again, not happy with that. So shell casings come out here. And what I might do is this time I'm going to have a bolt receiver. I'm just trying to think, on a gun you have it in different areas. So I'm going to have mine just at the end here. Kind of a weird gun, to be honest with you. You can get away with more artistic license on fantasy stuff and whatnot. So I think having that then as the receiver there, or say the bolt, I can maybe make that a little more three-dimensional. Sorry, now let's delete that out here. Let's just get that like that, and then we can kind of do some sort of mad bolt system. Then it kind of goes out and in, and there we go. Okay. Be just like a bolt system there. The back then we have our, this is where we look like an AK. We have a bit of a wooden stock. Let's just do some wooden lines. Da 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 da. There we go. And we'll do the stock coming out a bit as well at the side. So it's coming through his arm, perfect. And let's do some more of the wood grain. Now we can put back in his kind of bandage or whatever we want. So I'm going to put in more of these kind of things like that. Perfect. Then now his boots. I kind of like his boots. They're kind of on all over the place. They got a bit of no laces, you know. These guys these foot soldiers they've got nothing, you know. They're in the wasteland and they're kind of just picking up bits and pieces. So they're just picking up any kind of old boots they can find and stuff like that. So in this guy's case, he just picked up an old pair of boots, and there was no laces. So maybe this one has a tongue coming out. Like that. And then we're just kind of neaten up the edges here a bit. Still haven't picked a name for this guy yet. So let's see what we'll call him. Kind of comes under the Skull Trooper. Umbrella, but he might do well with a custom name. I'm gonna kind of give him a bit of a belly there, and let's color this in black so you can see then that it's the underside of his jacket. Now we just need to refine the lapels. Is that what they're called? Collars. I don't know. Just gonna refine that a bit. Okay, again, I'm only using syrup, and I'm using syrup for the brush as well. Again, syrup is just brilliant for the brush too, I find, so why change that? So, yep, there we go. That's that. Might give this guy a Hawaiian shirt, actually. This shirt looks like it could be an Hawaiian shirt for some reason, so once I do that, I'll make that come around the side and just finish it off like so. Possibly just have it come in a little bit there like that. Okay, so I'm thinking now maybe he needs another band here because that wrist just looks weird, so I'm just going to put another band there and another one there. Okay, 2. And we'll fill out these guys as well. Great. Okay, he's really coming together there now, I think. Let's just go back, zoom into the eyes. So what we have with the Nightmare Fuels, what they do is they collect stickers as well and stuff like that, and they put them on all their uniform and whatnot. So I'm just going to fix his head a little bit more, make it a little bit more spherical there. That eye is up a bit too high, and the nose needs to be just chopped down a little bit more, I think. Great. So let's see what we can do with this guy. I think bullet hole straight through the head for a start. Bullet hole straight through the head, and just refine this a bit more, and we can put a little bit of put some stickers on them then as well. And some of these stickers is kind of like, I just love the way they did it in Akira, the stickers on the bikes, Mobile 1 and all that kind of stuff. So I like that kind of style. So you kind of have the plaster, the bandage on there anyway. Put the sticker up there. Can maybe be like a bullseye or something to that effect. And stick another 13 perhaps. 13 is kind of through this whole universe. Render a tree there. It's okay, it's not great. No, I'll get rid of that. I think something like a target would be kind of funny. So yeah, like that. And yeah, I can add more things in then, maybe a teardrop, usual kill people teardrop. Perfect. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Now because he's got this kind of string vest going on, it's kind of a string vest effect, big gut. Okay, and we've got the shirt going on. Look at this. I think the gun needs to look a little bit more three-dimensional on this side here. So that's where I'm just going to find out there. Okay, great. And then let's get the we'll leave that as is. Going to get the, I kind of want to finish this off a little bit here. There we go. And this is kind of going to be a rope effect that goes around it, so I want to just bulk it up a little bit more. That's okay, something like that. Okay, getting somewhere there now with that.